The Deliverance isn't your typical horror movie. Yes, it has scary moments that will make you jump, but at its heart, it's a story about faith and family. This Netflix film takes us on a journey with one woman, inspired by a real person, as she fights to save her family from a terrifying, unseen force. Director Lee Daniels didn't want to just scare us, he wanted to make us think. He wanted to show us the power of faith, especially when faced with the unknown. The Deliverance reminds us that even in our darkest hours, there is always hope. The film is based on the true story of LaToya Ammons. Her experiences shocked many and became a national sensation. Daniels takes this real-life horror and weaves in elements of faith, creating a unique and thought-provoking film. He invites us to confront our fears and find strength in something bigger than ourselves. LaToya Ammons' story is one that sent chills down the spines of many Americans. Imagine moving into a new home hoping for a fresh start, but instead of peace you find something dark and sinister lurking within the walls. This is what LaToya and her family faced. Strange and unexplainable things began to happen in their Indiana home. Objects moved on their own. Whispers filled the air. LaToya's children started behaving strangely, exhibiting terrifying behavior that defied explanation. What started as unsettling incidents quickly escalated into a full-blown nightmare. Doctors, priests, even police officers were baffled. No one could explain what was happening to LaToya and her family. Was it a haunting, mental illness, or something else entirely? The Ammons family case became a media sensation, with many debating the truth behind their experiences. Lee Daniels saw something powerful in their story, a story that transcended simple horror. Lee Daniels is known for tackling tough subjects in his films. From Precious to The Butler, he doesn't shy away from stories that make us feel deeply. But The Deliverance was different. Initially, Daniels was hesitant to direct a horror film. It was his mother who encouraged him to take on the project. She saw something special in LaToya's story, something that spoke to the power of faith. Daniels, a man of deep faith himself, began to see it too. He realized he could use this story to explore the themes of faith, family, and resilience in the face of unimaginable fear. Daniels was drawn to LaToya's unwavering love for her children. Despite the terror she faced, she never gave up on her family. He saw in her a reflection of his own mother, a woman of strong faith who had overcome incredible challenges. Inspired by LaToya's courage and his mother's guidance, Daniels embarked on a journey to bring The Deliverance to life. He knew this wouldn't be just another horror film, it would be a story about the power of belief, a testament to the strength we find when we turn to something greater than ourselves. From Precious to The Deliverance, a director's return. Lee Daniels is a director who knows how to move audiences. His films are raw, emotional, and impossible to forget. He brought these same qualities to The Deliverance, but this time he added a new layer of faith. Daniels didn't want to rely on cheap scares. He wanted to create a film that got under your skin and stayed with you long after the credits rolled. He wanted to show that even in the darkest of times, faith can be a source of strength and hope. This project marked a return to Daniels' roots in a sense. While Precious dealt with incredibly difficult subject matter, it also contained an undercurrent of hope and resilience. The Deliverance allowed him to explore these themes once more, this time through a supernatural lens. Daniels' unique perspective and filmmaking style transformed The Deliverance from a standard horror film into something much more profound. He created a film that not only terrifies but also inspires, a film that reminds us of the power of faith to overcome even the most harrowing of circumstances. Beyond the scares, finding faith in the darkness. What sets The Deliverance apart from other horror films is its message of faith. It doesn't shy away from the darkness, but it also shows us the light. We see LaToya, faced with unimaginable fear, turning to her faith for strength. Through her journey we see that faith isn't about avoiding fear. It's about finding the courage to face it head-on, knowing that we are not alone in our struggles. This message resonates throughout the film, reminding us that even in our darkest moments, there is always hope. Daniels' decision to shift the focus from pure horror to a more faith-based thriller was deliberate. He understood that true horror lies not in the supernatural but in the loss of hope. By showcasing LaToya's unwavering faith, he offers viewers a different kind of horror film, one that acknowledges the existence of evil while simultaneously celebrating the power of belief. This balance between fear and faith is what makes The Deliverance so compelling. It's a film that stays with you long after the credits have rolled, prompting introspection and perhaps even a renewed sense of hope in the face of adversity. A message of hope, connecting with something bigger than ourselves. The Deliverance is more than just a horror film. It's a story about the power of faith, the importance of family, and the strength we find when we connect with something bigger than ourselves. Daniel's vision was clear, to create a film that would not only scare audiences but also inspire them. He wanted to remind us that even in the face of unimaginable fear, we are not alone. There is always hope. There's always something to believe in. Whether it's faith in God, faith in ourselves, or faith in the goodness of others, that belief can be a source of strength and resilience. The Deliverance is a call to action, urging us to confront our fears and find solace in something larger than ourselves. It's a reminder that even in the darkest of times there is always light to be found, and that sometimes the most terrifying experiences can lead us to a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. The Deliverance challenges us to look beyond the scares and find the deeper meaning within. It's a film that will stay with you long after you've seen it, prompting you to ask yourself, what do you believe in, and where do you find your strength?